First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here go 46. Coming now. 26.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Space to maneuver at the 40. That one good for 33 and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Good. 26.
On play action, Prescott eluding the pressure right. Incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
26. 47. Good. Here we go, 46. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Prescott looks to throw on first. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to the ground. Cook might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Done. Here we go, 46. 26. Switch.
Prescott from the gun. Sheds off the tackle. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
They'll run with Cook, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Throwing on 1st down. Ware. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Operating from the gun. Ware. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. On 1st down, they run with Howard. On the tackle, it's Trey Waynes.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They go play action here on 1st down. They find your man on the crossing route. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Where? He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. His throw incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Cook. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Prescott is going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Get up. 46. 26. 46.
3rd and long for Prescott. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. First grab so far for Diggs. It's a 1st down. Throwing. Prescott forced out to his left. Brought in left side by Snead. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Here we go, 46.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw on 2nd down. Ware. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd.
Playing coverage here.
Back to throw. Ware got his man complete over the middle. It's Howard. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the 1st down yardage before he's brought down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. On the handoff, this is Howard. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They shakes it, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. To throw on 3rd down. Ware. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And this will be taken at the 13. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Hey, 47, 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
To throw is Prescott, and he's able to find Diggs. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. A give. This is Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
26.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, 46. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Doug Baldwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll run for it with Cook, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Onto the field now come the Bears. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. A give to Howard. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, Ware. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And taken right at the 35. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position, 1st and 10. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And that's incomplete. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
46. Done. 26.
Prescott on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
26.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
Here we go, 46. 46. Here we go, 46. 26.
Second down, Prescott. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The Vikings on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott going for it all. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit.
47. 46.
Final play of the half. Prescott. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. As his guys are in for 6, and the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. Touchdown, Chicago! Jordan Howard, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. A first down throw for Prescott. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make this a second down. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Prescott now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Play action now, Prescott. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Prescott. Caught by Snead over the middle. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Prescott now from the 50. Now they go screen. It's complete. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Prescott off play action. And he slides to avoid the hit. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
47. 26.
Prescott now. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the
pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, 47.
First down, Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46. 26.
On play action, Prescott. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, we're going right there. 26.
Handoff comes to Cook. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. And he puts it through. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are in for 6. Parkey with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time
positive.
we have to leave the booth.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too. They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Gun. Let's go 46. 26.
Prescott from the gun. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 40. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Where? The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Where? And he's going to go down again.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And it's taken in at the 9. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Here we go. Wide 80. Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, switch. 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here we go. Wide 80. Here we go. 47. 47. Hey, 47. 26.
Back to the ground. This time Cook. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Hey, 47. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Here we go. 47. 47.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
Here we go. 47. 26.
Off the play fake, Prescott. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now Prescott throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And 12 yards that time and picking up the 1st.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them. But all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Vikings on third down. They've been flat getting it done, 8 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Prescott. His pass caught with the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
To throw on 2nd down. Ware trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Where? And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. They run. Cook. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They run it again with Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first. The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd down.
Yep, they're in the nickel. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Ohio!
Back to throw. Where? He's going to let it fly. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Bears on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Operating from the gun. Where? Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, we got 3, 3 down.
A give to Howard running left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
The defense has got to be kicking themselves. They forced them into a 4th and long, and I mean long, and yet a running play picked up the 1st down. How does that happen?
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
On 1st and 10. Where? He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the stop just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And they take a knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Vikings, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. And for Charles Davis and our